So look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. The first week of semen retention, it's gonna be complicated. You're gonna go through a lot of brain fog. You're gonna start to overthink things. You're gonna start to have like this underlying fear. You're gonna be someone that has anxiety around people, especially women. You're not gonna want to go out in public and speak to anybody. You're basically gonna want to stay in your room, right? You're going to want to isolate yourself. You're not going to have that attack on life. You're not going to have an ambition. You're not going to have any hunger. You're not going to have no drive, right? If you want to get past the first week of SR, you got to have goals that you are actively pursuing. You got to have a purpose in mind. You cannot sit on the energy that you are building up. If you're just sitting around and not being productive on retention, then where do you think that energy is going to? Eventually, that energy is going to be directed into something that requires minimum effort, like watching porn, like whacking off, you know what I'm saying? Eating a whole bunch of junk food, watching Netflix. You see, that energy that you're building up for that week, it's going to go to somewhere that it don't need to be going to. You get what I'm saying? You're more likely going to fall back into relapsing because you're not redirecting that energy into anything that has to do with purpose, with pursuing your goals, right? You have nothing for plan. You have nothing on the menu to do today or next day or the next week. You have nothing going on in your life. So you got to make something happen for yourself. You got to start putting motion in. You get what I'm saying? You got to have some motion. It's having the energy to reach certain plateaus in your life. You know what I'm saying? To accomplish minor success, to challenge yourself to do things that you never did before, right? You may look at a next person and see that what they have, you never had in your life. So you got to do something you never did before to get the thing that you never had. You get what I'm saying? And having that energy instilled in your vessel, it's going to push you to your goals, to accomplishing your goals, to being hungry, being driven, ambitious. So to get by the first week, you have to have it in your mind. You got to have it locked in your mind that you are going to accomplish this goal by the end of the month, that goal, you know what I'm saying? You got to have this plan written out and then you're going to execute on that plan. You know what I'm saying? The things that you got to put in motion, you need the energy to be with you. You got to possess that energy. So if you know you got to accomplish that goal and you're driven, you have the ambition to get it done, you're not going to want to relapse. You're going to consciously stop yourself, okay, from going back to corn, going back to whacking off, right? You got to tell yourself, no, this is more important than me just busting for lust, just to receive a quick, temporary, you know, high of pleasure. That it's not worth it in the long run. So you getting your goals accomplished, you executing on that plan that you wrote down in detail, it's very important for you to see that shit through without relapsing. You know what I'm saying? Without chasing the quick pleasure. And we're all going to be tempted to do this, right? But when it comes to SR, man, willpower is a very important thing that you got to build up. You got to build up willpower, bro. The more willpower that you have, the less the less you're going to fall into temptation. I'm telling you, you have to build up willpower on this journey. If you want to go longer, you want to make it a lifestyle. At the end of the day, you want to make this a lifestyle because you can count the days, you can go by your streaks all you want, but you got to make this a lifestyle, right? You have to really focus on what's more important for yourself in life: success or temporary pleasure. Is temporary pleasure, what is it giving you, right? Think about what temporary pleasure is giving you. Think about that. I guarantee you it's not going to give you much. And think about success. Think about what success is going to give you in the long run. The work that you put in now, the hard work, the groundwork that you put in now, think about what that's going to look like for your results down the line. You got to think long term. So if I'm you, man, I'm gonna get past that first week, and I'm gonna be locked in, tunnel vision, focus on my goals, on the purpose at hand. So with that being said, hopefully that helped anybody that watched the video to get past the first week of SR. And that's how I got past my first week of SR, by being locked in on my goals, on success, redirecting my mind on what's more important for myself. Because the amount of times that you bust, it starts to sink in your mind that it's no longer worth the temporary pleasure. And you just want more for yourself. You're tired of having less. So now you're going to be driven, have that ambition to want more for yourself, to want success. So that being said, thank you all for watching. This is the Retention Lifestyle channel. I'm out, and peace.